In the world of boxing, few matchups generate as much anticipation as the impending clash between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis. For years, Roach has harbored an unwavering ambition to step into the ring with Davis, seeing it as the ultimate test of his skills and an opportunity to cement his legacy. This desire dates back even before Davis's fight with Hector Garcia, marking a long-standing determination on Roach's part to challenge one of the sport's most formidable fighters. Roach, a skilled and tactical fighter, has been eyeing a bout with Davis for quite some time. He has been vocal about his aspirations, revealing that he was once on the verge of facing Davis 2 years ago before the latter's fight with Hector Garcia. During that period, Roach was the mandatory challenger, but circumstances led to Garcia securing the opportunity instead. Looking back, Roach expressed frustration over how the situation unfolded, emphasizing the politics involved in boxing. He explained how Hector Garcia exercised a special privilege to face Davis rather than defending his title against Roach. This decision left Roach waiting in the shadows, watching another fighter take the chance he believed should have been his. For Roach, this was a pivotal moment in his career. The missed opportunity only fueled his hunger to one day get his shot at Davis. In boxing, the biggest paydays at their weight class often come from fighting marquee names, just as facing Canelo Alvarez is considered a golden ticket for fighters in heavier divisions. The Tank Sweepstakes, as Roach calls it, presents a similar financial incentive. Going up against Davis guarantees a significant payday. Roach candidly admitted that he received a call from Davis's team 2 years ago, before the Garcia fight, but since he was not yet a champion, the opportunity slipped away. Boxing is a business, and fighters often have to make tough decisions regarding whom to face. Roach recognized this reality, acknowledging that Garcia's choice to fight Davis was a strategic move. If Garcia had fought Roach and lost, he would have lost everything. By instead facing Davis, he had a chance to earn a lucrative payday while still maintaining credibility even in defeat. Roach saw this as an example of the tough business decisions fighters have to make, though he felt slighted by how it played out. Regardless, he remained patient, knowing that his time would eventually come. Reflecting on the struggles he has endured, Roach shared personal anecdotes about the hardships he faced early in his career. At one point, he was undefeated at 16-0 and just 21 years old. However, a period of inactivity lasting about 7 or 8 months took a toll on him both financially and mentally. During this time, he wasn't making much money, with fight purses averaging around $10,000. The long stretches without fights made it difficult to sustain himself. When the opportunity finally arose for him to fight for his first world title, he had no choice but to accept, despite the immense challenges he was facing in his personal life. At one point, he was evicted from his home and had to sell his belongings just to stay afloat. The sacrifices Roach made were significant, but they also shaped him into the fighter he is today. He has always believed that he possesses the same skill set and experience as the top fighters in his division. While Davis is often praised for his exceptional power and knockout ability, Roach argues that he has equally strong defensive capabilities, something that many people overlook. He emphasized that he is not afraid of Davis and that he intends to take control of the fight, demonstrating his ability to compete at the highest level. The matchup between Roach and Davis is particularly intriguing because of their shared background. Both fighters hail from the DMV area, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, a region with a rich boxing history. Roach expressed pride in being part of a community known for producing top-tier fighters. While Davis is from Baltimore, Roach has spent a significant amount of time in the D.C. area, making this bout a symbolic clash between two fighters from the same region. When discussing his confidence heading into the fight, Roach pointed to his previous encounters with Davis in the amateurs. He believes that having faced Davis in the past gives him an advantage, as he knows what to expect. Many fighters who face Davis struggle with his overwhelming power and speed, often choosing to avoid exchanges in close quarters. However, Roach has no intention of backing down. He plans to challenge Davis in areas where others have hesitated, believing that his ability to stand his ground and trade punches will set him apart. The build-up to the fight has been intense, with both fighters exchanging words at press conferences. Davis, never one to shy away from confrontation, warned Roach that excessive trash talk would only motivate him further. Davis thrives off proving doubters wrong and relishes the opportunity to punish opponents who attempt to get under his skin. This psychological warfare adds another layer of intrigue to the fight, as Roach remains undeterred in his verbal jabs, fully aware that he must back up his words with his performance in the ring. Davis has made bold predictions for the fight, stating that he expects to secure a knockout victory by the 9th round. Confident in his ability to dictate the fight's pace, he believes he can systematically break Roach down and finish him within the scheduled 12 rounds. While Roach respects Davis's skills, he remains steadfast in his belief that he has what it takes to shock the world. Critics of the matchup argue that Roach is not on Davis's level, questioning whether he possesses the elite status necessary to make the fight competitive. Some believe that Roach lacks the resume to warrant a bout against someone of Davis's caliber. However, Davis defended the fight's legitimacy, explaining that the matchup was largely dictated by availability. With many top contenders already committed to other fights, Roach emerged as the most viable option. Davis further elaborated on his decision-making process, revealing that he had considered facing Teofimo Lopez but ultimately ruled him out due to personal reasons. Lopez's history of making disrespectful remarks, including racial slurs directed at Davis, played a role in his decision not to entertain that matchup at this time. However, Davis made it clear that he would be open to fighting Lopez in the future under different circumstances. For Roach, this fight represents the culmination of years of hard work and perseverance. It is an opportunity to prove that he belongs among the best in the sport. While the odds may be stacked against him, he remains undeterred, fully believing in his ability to rise to the occasion. As the fight approaches, both fighters have been deep in preparation, fine-tuning their strategies for what promises to be an electrifying showdown. Roach's team has been working diligently to prepare him for the challenge that lies ahead, emphasizing defensive discipline and counterpunching techniques to neutralize Davis's explosive power. Meanwhile, Davis's camp remains confident in their fighter's ability to dominate, with trainer Barry Hunter praising Davis's adaptability and precision in the ring. Ultimately, this fight is about more than just titles and paychecks. It is about legacy. For Davis, it is another step toward solidifying his reputation as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. For Roach, it is a chance to shock the boxing world and finally get the recognition he has long sought. The anticipation surrounding the fight continues to grow, with fans eagerly awaiting the outcome. Will Davis's power prove to be too much for Roach, or will Roach's resilience and technical prowess lead to an upset? Only time will tell. One thing is certain: when these two fighters step into the ring, they will leave it all on the line, making for a spectacle that fans will not soon forget.